boys. World War II is a-comin', and we're playing as Switzerland. Hello, everybody. Welcome back.
The global economy is down for the count.
It is time for more Transport Fever 2. I'm excited.
The political climate has dark clouds on the horizon.
Oh, yeah. World War II is a-comin'.
In Switzerland, too, events are being viewed with a worried eye.
This reminds me of the map from the very first game, the very first mission. It's beautiful.
Of all people, you have been promoted in this precarious situation.
What do you mean me? You mean mediocre at best YouTuber Raptor? What?
Only recently it's now you who guides the fate of the Swiss Federal Railways.
I see. That's a beautiful train.
Make your contributions so that the country survives these difficult times unharmed.
All right, roger that. Wow, there's some beautiful buildings from like 1930.
There were times when the future looked rosier.
Ooh.
That goes for the Swiss Federal Railways as well. The business losses are too heavy, even for a state-run railroad. You have the equally difficult and thankless task to reduce as many expenses as possible while still maintaining basic service. That's the story. Good luck with it.
All right.
It's painful,
Got it.
but there's no other way. You're forced to reduce maintenance and abandon services that don't make a profit.
Some of these trains can't find a path to depot. Oh, actually, there's only one train that's out of the depot. Good to see you all back. Thank you very much for leaving a like. Today, we need to reduce operational costs to less than 20,000. Last month, it was 368. So I got an idea. We're going to connect Zurich and a few of these other cities with local bus terminals, and then we'll ship them all to the train stations and then see if we can boost our profits by doing that. World War II is a-comin' as well. It's less than 10 years away, so we'll have to make sure that we have a lot of money and materials ready to basically survive the possible invasion that will never come, but you never know at this time. All right, good to see everybody here. Good to see a beautiful city ready to go. Let's get started. All right, let's go ahead and start building some depots. We'll also probably do an inner city service too, so I'll try to go from like maybe these two cities over here and see if we can build up a big group of people. Looks like everybody's hungry for some bread too. Same. I love me some bread. All right, let's go for just a couple of bus stops here along the way, and we'll circle back to the station up there. I think actually what I'll do is build a terminal there, so that way we can go between there in a minute. Okay, now it looks like also we got some trains, so we'll have to get rid of those. Probably like put them in storage for now, mothball them until we actually make some money between the cities, and that should be just fine. So let's go ahead and get all this built up, and I'll catch you as soon as I built all these stations. All right, I probably went a little overboard. Look at now, we're $4 million in the hole, but that's because I had to buy a bunch of bus stops and some buses as well. So we've got 3 inner city stops, and then we've got 3 stops within cities as well, or rather multiple bus stops. Plus we're also connecting to this city up here. We'll try to get some more cities connected too, so that way I can have a train run back and forth. So I think we started with 3 trains, and I've got them all connected, waiting in the depots. Then we can get them all connected. We cannot delete our rail tracks, and we can't build any more. So essentially this is about us managing buses and trains. So we'll have to do that as soon as we figure out what the next step is. I'm assuming we'll also have to do something with the grain. I see some farms on the map as well, and I also see some steel mills and a few other things, so we'll have to kind of figure out what we're going to do here soon. We'll try to get these cities connected here as well. So let's try to get our good old-fashioned bus stop connected. There we go. All right, let's try to build a street that goes up around this. Looks to be a coal mine there. Probably something we'll have to use in the future too. Let's see. There we go. So we'll swing all the way back. There we go, on up this way. Perfect. All right, so now I should be able to connect 2 bus stops internationally, or inner city. I say internationally because it's almost like crossing a great nation when they have to go to a whole different city. All right, let's try to put a permanent stop maybe over here. Tuck it in next to this building there. Oh, it disappeared. I didn't even click. I didn't do anything. That wasn't me. I didn't do it. I didn't do it. Okay, let's buy some buses here. We'll do 5 for this international route. You know what I mean. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, now we got to set up a new route. Now, as soon as this all these lines kind of get working a little bit, I will, release the trains, and that'll be good. So let's do an inner city line here with 5, and then let's do a new line that connects this city on its own. So let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, and then back to New Street, right? 5. Okay, good. What? Wait a minute. Oh, I see. It circles back. Okay. We don't need to do that. All right, now let's buy another 5 trucks, and we should be good. So where's that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There it is. All right, so now we got 10. So 5 of these to line number 6 and 5 to line 7. Okay, that should be more than enough, hopefully, of vehicles. And I'd rather have too many vehicles and not leave any passengers behind. There we go, look at that. Excellent, vehicles are going along quickly. I've seen one of those buses before in real life. They're really cool looking. Okay, so let's see. Everything's looking connected. So now we need to just connect our trains, I think, in order to get people working, or to work, I guess, between the cities. So where's all of our trains? We have a north and a south section. So here's the north, and here's the south. And it looks like we've got some cities here as well. Como, looks like it requires coal and food. We've got some food manufacturing plants here too, so that's definitely going to be something we have to worry about. Oh, look at that. Our debt's gone down. We cut it in half from the initial start. That's really good. Okay, let's get one of these. I think we're going to convert solely to a passenger service. So this train looks ready to do that. Let's go ahead and take a look at it, though. So what does it have? It has 3 cars. Let's add 4 just to get a little extra. There we go. A little extra length on it. Now we'll do our own custom train line and try to connect all these cities now. So we'll go, let's see, here, here, and then we'll go north. We could probably stop at some of these other cities, but they're a little dead at the moment. So we'll go this way and back to start. All right, we probably will end up putting the other trains on this line too. So let's go ahead and get started by modifying these ones. So this one also has 3 train cars. Let's go ahead and modify. It's got, looks like it's ready to haul steel. Let's go passengers instead. Good. And then we'll save our last train, which seems to be for supply. So we'll save that for something else. Let's put these 2 on the new line, which in this case should be line 8. There we are. And we'll save train 4 for when we need to haul some sort of supply. Now, how are these trains doing? Okay, there's 1 person waiting. Good. We'll get, as soon as we get more locations connected and people can confirm that, we'll be good to go. All right, let's check out these trains. Ah, beautiful. Well, it's like a rocket ship. Now, unfortunately, we don't have electric lines set up anywhere either, so we'll have to kind of wait a little bit in order to either get enough money to do that. I don't want to have that reduce our operational cost, or increase it, rather. So we're getting there. 164,000 in debt after kind of modifying these trains. It did cost us a little bit, but looks like we got plenty of vehicles rolling back and forth. And it looks like some good people being delivered to stations. Good, we're already up to 10. Should be a little bit more with our inner city buses. Good. Okay, we can always add some more if we need to. Oh, look at that. The train station's definitely got some people there. 13? All right. I'm assuming the more that we connect, the faster people will get to where they need to go. So it's just a matter of time now. Looks like private cars are going between the cities after we built that road. But also people can take the buses. Not everyone can afford it now in 1930. A little bit of an economic decline. Now, we could always go over to here too, but it's awfully quiet for now. This is where the money's to be made. Oh, wow, look at all the people at the train station. Yeah, cool. Hopefully these trains get a little spread out. Oh, good. They can each stop at each station. 25 people waiting to go there, but I think it's going to cut through and ignore them. But we'll get to it. The more waiting, the better. Each train can hold, let's see, how many people can go on each train. The trains have a capacity of 68 times the 2 trains. So we might even get the 3rd one working soon enough. Oh yeah, look at that. 76 people working, or waiting. Good. Okay, this should work now. We're back up to kind of where we were, but now we've got an economy set up, so that's good. And a lot of people waiting at each of these stations. Ooh, wait, is there any bridge? I want to see like a beautiful bridge. It kind of passes through some really tight territory, but here comes our train now. All right, let's see what we get for a delivery here. I think we've done it. We've already transported 630 people. Oh, yeah, 105,000 for that? Perfect. And now he's got a full load. We're pretty close to it. Excellent. All right, the second train should be just behind him. I'm going to spread these out a little bit more. Let's get him to stop here at the passenger station. Once he drops off, I'm going to have him stop for a little bit. I want him to get a little bit more spread out behind that other train. Still 73 people waiting there. All right, let's go ahead and let him go now. Go ahead. Oh, there he goes. All right, good. 276 we're down to now. I'm pretty sure we've got this. Just need to not buy anything for a little while. Don't be tempted. Just need the trains to do their work now with all these passengers set up. Look at how gorgeous the station is. 191 on that one. All right, our second train not far behind. And there he goes. Perfect. They should be passing each other somewhere around this station. There it is. Beautiful. All right, down to 355. We just need the trains to work. We need a month to pass. So now it's November 3rd, 1930. So we're just under 9 years until World War II begins. And really until, well, it's a few years from now until some really crazy stuff starts kicking off. So we might need to prepare for war somehow. There's food here. Let's take a look at the rest of the map. So there's lots of food. Like there's farms, and then there's lots of bread, like mills or something like that. I guess you just say a food processing plant. So I see food being the only thing here. Then I also see the requirement for coal at Como. And then there was a coal mine over where we started, right around here, right? Yeah. Right at Friedrichshafen. Interesting. So that seems to... Oh, and there's also machine parts. So we'll definitely need to deliver steel from a steel mill. And let's see where that is. Trying to get a...
Although resources are scarce, basic passenger service is supposed to remain guaranteed. And the electrification of routes would even allow money to be saved in the long term.
Increase the accessibility value for public transport in the towns to a total of 800 and transport 100 people. Oh, well, we already... Okay, well, the first job is already done. We just need the rail to transport 100 people. Oh, well, that's going to be easy. Like, literally 2 train loads. Okay. Well, our second goal is already done. We just need it to a little time to pass. All right, I guarantee we're going to have to do something with these other trains. Let's buy a new train. Guarantee there's going to be something to do with the rails. Oh, the trains still cost money even when in storage, huh? Okay. Let's buy another vehicle. What does this vehicle have on it? Let's modify that for a second. This is boxcars for bread and machine parts. And one is for grain. Food seems like it's going to be quite profitable. There's machine parts, of course, but let's buy 5 of these. And I'm going to buy yet another train. Yeah, there we go. Uh-oh, this train's called the Bad. Uh-oh. What? Uh-oh. Why is it so bad? Uh-oh. Well, let's try 5 gondolas again. 2, 3, 4, 5 of those look good. All right, and there seems to be electric trains that they're hinting at us upgrading to, but it's going to just take a little bit of time until we can get to that level. Oh, good, we've already transported 13 people. Perfect. All right, wow, and these train lines are fully loaded with people. We're going to need to buy some more trains. But I guess we'll just make do with what we've got for now. We don't have to transport everybody immediately according to the game. We just take it slow. How many people are waiting at some of these stations? Wow, 170 people? Okay, maybe we better buy another train. Let's duplicate the other ones that we made. Buy a new vehicle. A35. And 4 cars. Buy. There it goes. And then let's go to line 8. All right, perfect. All right, so now we got a 3rd train. We'll probably need more. 49 people there. That'll be gobbled up quickly. It looks like, of course, Zurich, everybody wants to leave, I guess. But it looks like we've done a good job of connecting the northern side. Now we just got to work on the southern side. But first we got to complete this rail passenger goal. Come on, boys. We're almost there. Just a minute or two, and we'll see it pass. We don't have to transport machine parts or something next.
Dark clouds are gathering.
Uh-oh.
The mood among the neighboring countries is turning increasingly hostile. The Swiss Federal Council has decided to prepare for all contingencies. It needs your help so that Switzerland can defend its neutrality in the event of war. All arrangements are to be made for a state of emergency. The militia ought to be mobilized. Storage facilities must be stocked. It's advisable to create reserves so that the country could withstand a siege by hostile forces for as long as possible. At the same time, life goes on, and day-to-day needs still want to be met.
Achieve a food supply of 25% in at least 2 towns and fill the north and south reserves of 100 units of grain. So now we need to supply towns with food and fill the grain supply. So that means we need to supply a factory and also supply... Okay, so a lot of grain needs to be transported. So we go to buy some more trains then. We need... Does it one town in the north and south, or can we just focus in one region? Let's see. I'm going to buy... Oh. Don't want to buy... Actually, let's buy one more of these trains. I like that. We'll buy one more for line 8. Then I want to do another train. So let's go ahead and buy 2 trains of... There we go. Perfect. All right, so now we got 4 of these in the North Depot. So now we need to figure out exactly what we need to do. So we need to transport food to the north and grain down here. So that's a grain warehouse just waiting to accept food. So that seems to be a no-brainer right here. We just send this train down this way, fully loaded with grain. Okay, that should take care of that first one. So line 9, we can put a train on for grain storage. And then we probably should get another train to go from here to there for bread. And then we need another train or trucks to transport the bread. Kind of a narrow line here, isn't it? Well, luckily we have dual tracks. Might make things a little easier. Might be best to truck these things in. Like, for example, Romanshorn. That might be a good idea. And then we need to do one in the north. So let's do that. We'll assign this another train to go from this farm to the... There we go, to that little supply area. Perfect. Alright, so one on line 10, one on line 9. So let's find our trains. Okay, one on line 9 for the grain delivery. One on line 10 for the grain delivery to make bread. And then we'll end up trucking those in. So let's make a truck depot and a little... it's not even that far, so we don't need to even worry about going too far. Looks like there's a machine shop here too, so it might be a good idea to set up the trucks in case we have to deliver those somewhere. So this could be a good plan for the future. Let's build these streets. Just need to get it across the street here. Let's build a little curvy road there. Oh, there we go. Perfect. Alright, now we just need to build a little truck depot. Truck station. Right in the corner. Perfect for pickup and drop off. And then a road depot. Can we tuck that in over here? We can, cool. Nice. Yeah, alright, and then we just need it to deliver bread. So we need another truck depot here. And the smaller the town, I guess, the easier it is to fill it with bread. And if we bulldoze some houses, that's less mouths to feed. Okay, there we go. Yes, truly evil. Alright, from one to the other. Perfect. And now let's buy a few trucks. This one has a 14 capacity. But it needs to haul bread, so we need this truck, the Opel Blitz truck. Let's buy 5 of those. And you can go on our newly created line 11. Okay, so now food should be delivered here. It'll just take a little bit of time. Now to work on this line. Okay, so we need grain to be delivered here to the food processing plant. And then grain delivered there for the grain storage. Okay, so a new line from the farm to the processing plant. And a new line from the farm to the to the storage. Is that here? Yeah, it is. Okay, perfect. Now we're gonna need to connect these. This food factory is kind of far away. I guess we could bring it over to Como by just building a little road through. So that'll be fine. Not too long of a distance. So let's go for a truck station here. You know what? I better build the road first. Actually, let's assign our trains first. So let's see, the North Train Depot, Train 8, go to line 3. Wait a minute. Line 12 and 13 is what we want. Line 12 line 13. Why did they misspell line? L-I... Wait, line L-I-N-E and then line L-I-I-N-E. L-I-N-I-E. Okay. Alright, well those two should be fine. We'll keep an eye on them and make sure and they work, you know, in conjunction with each other. We don't want to miss out on anything. So let's build our road over here. We want to make sure they do it correctly now. Uh-oh. And we can always go over the front. There we go. I have yet to build a little road depot here, too. Perfect. Ah, and that leads actually right to the factory that we need to. Perfect. And it looks like there's a iron ore mine here, so you bet we'll be building something with steel soon enough. I saw coal and iron ore now. So that's going to be an interesting time on what we have to do. Okay, so road depot next. Right at the end there. And a pickup point. We'll build it next to the factory as best we can. There we go. Okay, now new lines for those. So line number 14 is going to be to put that stuff into the town. Wait, does that actually? I don't think that'll work to deliver to the town, will it? Wait a minute, these guys don't want food. Ah, it's this city that's consuming bread. Okay. Well, I bet we're going to have to connect to here for some reason. So let's build a little bridge. Alright, we can use this road for some other reason. So I'm going to build another road that goes along the beautiful lakeside here. And we're going to build a bridge. I can see that they're kind of hinting that we're supposed to build a bridge here. Oh, looks like it might be a little too low. Okay, we'll back it up a little bit. Let's build ourselves a street that goes across. There we go. That's much better. Well, for $1 million, it'll be worth it for all the food that we're going to deliver here. And we're preparing for war, so it's a worthwhile investment. Okay, so now if we need to pick up iron ore via truck and transport it to a train depot or something, we're ready to go. And now we can transport all the bread back here. Ooh, look at all the grain ready to go. That's awesome. These trains are going to be fully loaded. Okay, we better buy like 15 trucks here because this is a little bit of a longer distance. So let's buy 15. And we'll put them onto the thing right now. That is going to be line 14. Or did I not make that line? I think line 14 has an incorrect destination now, so we'll correct that. Good. Alright, good thing we saw that. So they don't require wheat, they require bread on the other side. So that's just fine. Alright, so all these trucks, line 14. Cool. Alright, we should be good to go. Take a little while until the grain arrives, but alright, we're already filling the reserves. Perfect. 10 out of 100 and increasing. Now we just need to supply 2 towns. So let's see, are both of our towns going to be supplied? Well, looks like this will be good. Now, we need to make the town up to a certain percentage. So 0 out of 34, we need to start transporting bread soon. And it looks like... I thought that train broke down for a second. Where's our other train for the grain? Where's our grain train? Where is that little bugger? Gotta wait for him to come in. He must be over here somewhere. Ooh, look at all that grain getting stored up. Ah, here he comes to pick up more. He's got a rather short distance to go, so it's not too important that he's... a super long train. Oh, perfect. Yep, he took about half of that. It's going to keep increasing. We can always add more cars to our trains. That'll be a good idea. Alright, so we need to fill more reserves. I think we only had to fill one. Fill the north and south reserves with a total of 100 units, okay? Where's south reserve? South is at 0. And north is at 20. I guess we just need to have it like, stored, not all at once, but just have that number delivered, not like a total number in the warehouse. Okay. So town supplied 0 out of 2. We just need some more bread to be made. Oh, looks like they're starting to get the bread now. Perfect. North section looks like it's got all the bread being made. Oh, good. And lots of grain sitting here in the storage of the warehouse. All those little bins there are what remains before the train needs to come back. So if the train is just pulling in, it'll be good timing for delivery. And it is. Perfect. Might need to make the train a little longer so there's no hiccup in production. Looks like they'll be out of supply for a little bit. But that's okay. We can improve upon that. Now, let's see. How's our other town doing? Looks like no bread is being produced. Looks like this town does want bread. Let's take a look and see if we built this in a good spot. Could have used it over here, actually. Let's correct that placement of that station, then. And we'll put it over here where more people can eat bread. Looks like one town has been completed. So we'll finish up this town, then. And we'll move our stop. So this should be line 14, right? Yep. So let's go ahead and change that to station number... upper. The upper station. We'll get rid of that one. Cool. Small corrections. All sorts of happy little accidents. If you've ever seen Bob Ross before. Just makes things look beautiful. I like our little road going through here. I hope we get to use this. There's an iron ore mine there, so I could possibly bring ore to 2 stations, so that way it's not all at one. And I could have like 2 trains running here and 2 trains running there in order to spread out the 2 stations that the iron ore is delivered from. But I see, again, I think we need to make steel in order to make machines. So there's a coal mine here. So somehow we have to get coal from this town. Eventually, I'm sure that'll be a goal. That's why they put it on the map. And we need to get iron ore from here and somehow combine them at a steel mill, though I don't see the steel mill just yet. It might pop up on the screen later, but we'll find it. Luckily, we are making money. We are... Oh, never mind. Spoke too soon. Oh, well. At least we're not going into gargantuan bankruptcy. I mean, we are a government entity, according to our narrator. So, all right. Town supplied 1 out of 2. So hopefully now the second town is supplied with all of our lovely bread deliveries. It's kind of frustrating you can't click on the actual, like, building.
War has broken out. Switzerland is surrounded on all sides by warring factions.
In 1931?
A tricky situation. The Axis powers of Germany and Italy want to conduct transit from north to south through the Gotthard Tunnel.
Oh.
The Allies won't like that. The alternative will be to blow up the tunnel. Then no one will get through anymore. Which is the lesser of the 2 evils? A decision must be made.
Oh.
Will Switzerland anger the Axis powers by blowing up the mined Gotthard Tunnel? Or should this key north-south link remain intact?
Wow. All right, if you were in my shoes, what would you do? Would you blow it up or don't? I know the tunnel is one of the longest that was ever made for a very long time. I don't think it's the longest anymore. But the Gotthard Tunnel is one of the first that you build initially. If I blow it up, is that tunnel here? I think that might... Is that the tunnel here maybe in this game? It's a super long tunnel. It looks different in the first game, so that's why I'm not familiar with it. I'm going to go ahead and not blow it up because it still exists today. I don't know if they did blow it up during the war and then, like, rebuilt it later or, you know, repaired it or whatnot. But I'm going to go ahead and opt for not blowing it up. And, yeah, the Allies can deal with it.
Well, there you go. Hopefully it was the right decision. Due to wartime food shortages, collecting maybugs is made compulsory. School children are sent off to gather all of the bugs. The purpose? To produce animal feed. Make your buses available to them for this.
Sell 5 buses? Okay. Can I, like, literally cheese it by buying 5? And then selling 5?
Jews are no longer safe beyond the border.
Who?
Despite this, the Swiss government is no longer willing to grant them asylum.
Oh, wow.
Captain Gruninger, a courageous commanding police officer from St. Gallen, isn't prepared to go along with this policy. Help him to protect people whose lives and freedom are endangered from being persecuted.
All right, well, that's the secondary objective, so let's do
Bring
it.
people secretly across the border by bus without getting caught.
How the hell am I supposed to not get caught? All right, let's sell 5 buses. Did that not count? You jerk. I think he wants us to sell 5 buses that are on a line. So let's make a cheese line just to get a silly objective done. Let's see. So we're needing to sell 5 buses. So let's do the cheese line. We'll go from here to there. We'll call it line. Remember, line 15 is the cheese line. So let's go ahead and put them onto a line, and then we'll sell them. So let's see. 5 buses. All right, on to line 15. We'll let these work for a minute or two, and then we'll sell them, so the game counts it as us like, oh, he sold them. How nice. Okay, bring people across the border. Establish a line from St. Gallen to... oh, it's up here. So where's St... where is it? St. Gallen? Bring people across the border. Ah, here it is. Okay. Oh wow, look at that. Let's do a bus line. There's a lot of people there. Let's bring some buses over. So establish a line and then transit people. Okay, that's going to be easy. Listen to how the music changed to be all military now. That's interesting. Okay, sorry, ma'am. Your house has got to go. Actually, wait a minute. We already have a road kind of established here. Oh, can I build a tunnel? That'd be sweet. Okay, I want to build it all the way to here. Cool. Well, we've already got a kind of a road established here to deliver bread, so this will be easy. Then we have a road transit center there, and we just need to build a truck line here. So let's just go ahead and put our transportation there. I think, ooh, by the the train station. Perfect. Do not like how it curves that road. That's irritating. All right. Let's buy 5 trucks. Do we have another depot nearby? Yep, there's our road depot. All right, let's buy 5. And this will be to transport the refugees. So let's go ahead and put a line here to there. Oh, wow, we already got a couple of lines going there. Cool. Okay, line 16 then. There it is. Okay. So establish a line from St. Gallen to... Oh, it's the other way around. Well, it should be fine, right? I think they have to run on the line first. Wait, that's the wrong town, you idiot. Oops, I built to the wrong town. Well, actually, that's not the end of the world, because now, again, we can deliver more passengers. I got excited because I thought the road was leading right there, but that's okay. We'll just add a little extra stop. It's okay. It's all right. Good thing I noticed it now. Lol. Oh, but this is good, though, because now we're connecting the towns more locally, and then they can take the trains more. So if we ever have a goal where we need to transport a lot of people, we are good to go. So let's have line 16 not stop there and just go straight to the station in St. Gallen. There we go. That should count. Yep, there it goes. All right, now we have a route here. So at least we've got another connection ready. So these can all be connected via bus, so that's cool. All right, now we just need to transport people, so we just wait for that. Okay, in the other time, we need to sell 5 buses. So line, what was this? 15 was our cheese line? Yeah. So let's go to line 15. And they want us to sell 5 buses, all right? What the hell, man? Make your buses available for them. I just sold 5. How do I sell 5 buses? Those were 5 that were on a line. How else do they want... Well, there's no other... This is the only passenger vehicle available. And then there's 2 cargo vehicles available. What do you want me to do? Make your buses available to them. Sell 5 buses. Well, I kind of did. I bought 5 and sold them. That didn't work. Then I bought 5 buses, put them on the line, and sold them, and that didn't work. We got 1 train sitting around. I don't know how to do that one. I bought buses? Maybe I have to sell them a different way. I sold them from in the depot. I also sold them while they were on a route. Let's try this again. Let's buy vehicles. Let's buy right here. Let's make sure we buy from here. Passenger 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I could also hit the quantity button, but I just like doing it that way. Okay, so the two options to do it are either to sell here or to put them on the line, like for example one of these buses, and then click or tap the sell button over here. Is there yeah, the configure button, and then you can just sell it from here. So either you sell from the road or you sell from the depot. I'm going to sell them one at a time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What the hell? Alright, I'll figure this out, and we'll also get this next objective completed. Looks like our buses have to go quite a long way for this one to go to St. Gallen. Where are they at? Where's our buses here? Oh, it looks like they're just leaving now. They have no people on board. Alright, I'll have to make a local bus stop that stops there then. Unless there already is one. Okay, I'll get this figured out and we'll move on to the next objectives. I'll get it sorted out. Alright, jumping ahead a little bit, I had to jump back in order to complete an autosave, loading of an autosave, and then I sold the buses and it worked. So it looks like I was doing things right, it just was stuck for some reason. So went back and completed the secondary objective of delivering the people to St. Gallen, and then we completed the other thing that needed to be done too. And now we're basically having to deliver all the food that's stored in the storage things that we delivered to earlier to now the food factories. So essentially we delivered everything to the grain reserves from the farms, and now we're delivering it from the grain reserves to the food factories. So we just need a little bit more reserve to be used, and we just need the towns to be supplied. So let's speed up time. We're almost there. Almost there. Just need a little bit more delivered. This check mark will continue to be checked and unchecked a little bit. The food is like there, but the deliveries are just kind of inconsistent.
War continues to rage all around the neutral Isle of Switzerland. In the meantime, the supply situation is so uncertain that urban parks and gardens are being turned into potato fields. Despite your masterpieces in logistics, there's never enough for everyone. And to a certain extent, your decision involving the Gotthard had serious consequences too. Wherever possible, try to survive these hard times in one piece. The Axis powers rely on your dependable freight transports through the Gotthard tunnel. Although they always pay on time, it still doesn't really sit right with you.
Transport 50 coal and 50 ore to Friedrichshafen. Okay, so we just need to deliver the raw materials they need. They're making their own steel. We just need to deliver it to here. All right, I'll get this all set up, and then I'll jump back in. All right, now we have a new decision. Do we join the Third Reich, yes or no? I'm going to go ahead and go no and stay neutral.
A fascist plot wants to hand the country to the Germans on a silver platter. That can't be allowed to happen. Sabotage this diabolical plan. A meeting of conspirators is supposed to occur in the near future at a mansion on Rosenberg Hill in St. Gallen. Find and infiltrate the group. The plotters intend to infiltrate the Swiss elite and prepare a coup. They want to press ahead with their plans in Zurich.
A meeting takes place between the Gotthard Pass between the fascists and a member of the Swiss army. Oh, hell no. That ain't happening. Bring the person to secret meeting place 2 and 3. Looks like the audio cut out. Again, the game is a little early, so there might be a little cut in some of the audio if it's not properly linked, but the devs will make that just fine. Find the next clue. What do you want me to do now?
A troop of fascist guerrillas is supposed to put the squad of Swiss army officers out of action, making the leaderless troops an easy target for the Axis forces. Work together with a few like-minded people to make sure it doesn't come to that.
Transport people to... What? You want me to make, like, separate bus lines to these locations out in the middle of nowhere? I see. Number one's already taken care of because we have a bus stop nearby, probably. Yeah, right there. Okay. Alright, I'll get these other things done. I'll see you in a second. Alright, so the iron ore and the coal deliveries are good. Switching back and forth between Como and Friedrichshafen. So now we just need to deliver a person up here. I just need somebody to get on the bus, but like nobody wants to go up there. The place is kind of lame. It's out of nowhere. So nobody is taking the route. I'm trying to get people from these two cities, from Lucerne and Zurich, but nobody wants to go. So I'll work on it. Looks like this objective is complete for delivering coal and iron ore for the Axis to keep them happy and not invade. So, all right, let's figure this out. All right, just a little bit left on delivering coal. I'm going to try to buy a bunch of vehicles now to try to get people to go up there. I've set up a new line to try to go up to the top of the mountain by cutting through the cities and see if I can get somebody to stay on it. So line 22 it is, to go all the way from, well, basically to cut through Zurich, Lucerne, and then all the way up to the top. So hopefully that works. Let's see what the exit cutscene is for delivering the coal. Let's see, we just need a little bit more coal delivered from here. So I think a train is already on its way, and we've got trucks distributing the coal to where it's needed to inside Como. Can't just bring it from the station. It's got to be kind of brought into town a little bit, just over here, where there's some industries just out of the way that require it. So, yeah. I wish when you clicked on the station, it would show what buildings would require stuff. The only way to really get it to work is to like click on to build a new station. Then it shows you where buildings are consuming.
At last, the war is over. Thanks to your clever logistics tactics, the country has survived the catastrophe relatively unscathed. Now it's time to look ahead and guide the Federal Railways towards a profitable future.
Something to do
However,
with the mechanics.
First of all, there are still some repairs to be made. The railroad infrastructure in the neighboring countries suffered heavy damage during the war. Provide help in the course of rebuilding.
Oh, okay. So we just need to deliver machines from here to there. 25 machines to the line break. I think we should do this with trucks. We've already got a road kind of already built here. It goes all the way here. So let's just build a road around the farm. Actually, we could just bring it in front of the farm. All right, I'll get that done and see if we can get number 3 ready, too. All right, looks like Winston Churchill wants to drop by to celebrate the end of the war. Okay, we've got trucks all ready to basically deliver all the machines now. So there they go. They're being loaded, and they'll be brought to the gap in the track. And then it looks like we still need to deliver like one person to the top of the mountain. Everybody thinks it's lame up there, so nobody wants to go. I don't blame them. It's also far away from civilization, so I'll try to get that one done. If I don't accomplish it in this run, I can always save and just get it done on the side, so we'll consider it 100%. Let's see what Winston Churchill wants.
A celebrity as dignified as Mr. Churchill deserves to be treated appropriately. Use your best locomotive to chauffeur the Englishman around the country.
All right, so we want a route from Zurich to St. Gallen. Oh, wait, why is it just one short little hop? Uh-oh, it's going to be a multi-parter. All right. So we're going to go from Zurich to St. Gallen. And then we need a fancy pants locomotive. Okay. New vehicle. So what was it? The red arrow? Is it this one? Wait, what is... Deploy the CL24. Oh, damn. All right, that means we're going to have to buy an electric track. Because if we don't do that, it's probably not going to work. Let's see. It was line... what was the new train line I made? Line number 24. I bet it's not going to work. Let's see if it tells us. Line 24. I'm sure it'll pop up with the error. Yep. Okay, so we need electric tracks. So now it's time to upgrade. Let's see. How do we do that? So it looks like electric tracks go from Zurich and end here. So do I just have to follow a route that is electrified?
What luck. The diabolical plan has failed before you had to take action yourself.
Oh, I got it,
Germany
finally.
has postponed the annexation of Switzerland.
Well, I hope so, because they lost the damn war.
Particularly because a trade agreement now obliges Switzerland to supply armaments exclusively to the Axis powers.
What? Well, okay, fine. If we have to provide weapons and not do that, that's fine. Okay, so let's see. Do I need to... I either need to upgrade the tracks or just follow a track that's electrified. The only electrified track seems to go over here.
What good news. After years of making do without, the urge to travel is finally on the rise again.
Oh, wait, mate.
And in the transport sector, hopefully revenue figures will be back to black soon.
Oh, wow, we need to get a ton of money. All right, so what I'm going to try to do is maybe when we repair this train line here, it'll open up the route there. I don't know if I can actually upgrade the tracks. I don't know if I can... Can I, like, upgrade tracks? Let's see. Oh, good, we can. All right. I thought maybe it would have to do with something about... upgrading the tracks. Okay, let's do this. Upgrading the tracks by, like, playing by the game's rules and not doing it in the game. Okay. So he's just taking a one-way train, I guess? This doesn't seem to connect all the way. Let's just connect all the track regardless. Okay, let's see if that works now. We'll deploy the train. Probably won't. We'll see if we find another gap. Okay, let's electrify both sides of the track. Because it might actually travel on the left side too. Just gonna upgrade everything. Oh, right. The train also can't get out of the depot. There we go. That's a good idea for me to upgrade everything anyway. At least along this line. Okay, I'll get this done, and we'll see what happens. Oh, wow, every time you click. Oh, it costs you every time you click, even if it's a mistake? That's dumb. Wow, that should be fixed. Shouldn't be a cost if you can't actually put it there. Okay, let's try to release a vehicle. Hopefully that's updated in the future. It sucked to, like, click twice by mistake. Okay, Sir Winston Churchill should be able to go from Zurich to St. Gallen, and we already completed the 2. Wow, all right. We're making some big O money. Oh, except for me as an idiot. I clicked like 41 times. That probably didn't help. All right, let's see if this gets done quickly. Let's ride that train. Where's it at? Where'd it go? Should be on the way. Wow, it was super turbo. Where'd it go? Oh, it stopped at St. Gallen first.
Thanks to your prudent actions,
Hold on.
things are finally looking up for the little Alpine Republic.
I'm not
The
done yet.
revenues from transporting passengers and freight are growing continuously. You should be proud of yourself.
Well, thank you. I'm going to continue playing, though, for a second until Winston Churchill's train gets to where it needs to go. Should be a quick second. Where'd he go? Where's that damn train? St. Gallen is here. Where could it have gone? It's a train. Ah, there it is.
What a joy. Sir Winston Churchill is delighted. What an honor. In celebration of this memorable event, from now on, the locomotive will bear the great man's name.
Known as the Steve. All right, cool. Everything is done. No tasks available. 100%. Then all 3 goals completed. So that's it. All right, guys. I'll see you next time. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for leaving a like. And I'll see you next time for more Transport Fever 2. Woo!